So this is a YouTube video for my dual PC gaming setup. I made a small YouTube short about when I was trying to use this as the streaming computer and this as the gaming rig. Unfortunately, I don't have display ports and I don't have the monitor yet that I'm gonna mount here. So I'm gonna just set up all the configurations onto my gaming laptop. Like I said, unfortunately, I zip tied and put everything into one cable loom. So I'm going to redo all of the cabling on this and have to connect the HDMI so then I can use the actual capture card. This capture card is better than Elgato because it actually passes through 4K at 60 frames per second versus Elgato goes 1080p and it kind of dumbs down my there's like a lag. You can't use it with a 34-inch 165 hertz monitor. I have another monitor which I'm going to use for my chat or maybe just Discord. I should be running the chat here or on my phone where I can just place it here. Let's get to it. There's a lot of things to do here. Oh yeah, and something that I didn't mention is I had disconnected my actual mouse pad because it's RGB. I'm gonna completely clean it. Don't look at it. It's disgusting. But that's gonna get done. I don't know if I want to make a video about it, just because how gross it is. And but basically it. Let's go to part 2. Let's disconnect everything from the gaming rig. I'm gonna completely shut it down here. And then turns off all the lights. And of course, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that all the capacitors are empty before fully disconnecting the video cables and everything else. All right, catch you guys here shortly. Let's get to it. So I lifted up my desk and disconnected everything from the gaming PC except the Ethernet cord. This is what I'm talking about, the cable loom. I just did some cable management so it'll look a lot more decent. This is the bad thing about it is we're gonna have to redo all the cable management, and I'm gonna do some sweeping down here because it hardly gets swept because I mean everything's on a battery backup and my modem and everything else is connected here, so I don't like to mess with it. Fiber optic there. So let's get to this. Okay, I think I'm forgetting a couple of steps just because it makes it a little bit difficult to record step by step, remove zip ties and do a bunch of stuff while I'm still working. Removed everything here, and additionally I decided to mount the capture card on the bottom. I just used some quick double-sided adhesive tape, and I'm going to run the cables this way, and they're gonna go, one of them is gonna go straight to my PC, the other one is gonna come up into the monitor. Additionally, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make it seamlessly. I'm gonna put my laptop here for streaming. The only thing that's gonna suck is how am I gonna get it to that when I have to use that one. I don't want to use my laptop to stream all the time. That's where I'm at on the setup. I might have to use a USB-C that's gonna be maybe 10 feet so I can run it through the back and then going up there. Additionally, that does not have USB-C, so I might have to get an adapter for that as well. So, and an adapter for an HDMI because it only uses display ports. Okay, like I mentioned, I already connected both of the monitors. The only difference and what took me extra long is I removed this glass that I had so I can keep it a little bit more tighter and it's easier to clean. This is not like a flat surface. It has like little ridges. so it makes it really hard to clean. Versus the glass, it's easier to clean. That's why I put it here. I also, like I said, I put my play mat here, and I hunkered down the power button for the computer. I'm gonna tidy this spot. I'm gonna tidy up the GPU and the inside, then I'm gonna close the glass. I just want to make sure if I'm gonna do work on this thing, I want to leave it nice, clean, and you know, I don't want to have to come back and redo some of this in maybe like 4, 5, 6 months at least. So that's the update here. Alright guys, after trial and error, I managed to get both of these monitors to turn on. At first it wasn't. So I went to my laptop, did some firmware update, and it was still showing my mouse, but the screen was black. After some research, figured out that the pass-through, meaning the cable coming from the GPU all the way to the capture card, needed to be a HDMI 2.1, and additionally Amazon's HDMIs are not 2.1, so that's something you guys have to keep in mind. I connected another 2.1 going from the capture card to the monitor, and it rendered it. It's really good. Additionally, it's at 3440 times, I think, I don't know, it's the highest resolution I can actually get with this monitor. And yeah, so that monitor is connected straight to the GPU, so it doesn't have a pass-through. I can't get that monitor to be seen on OBS or their streaming platform here. With that being said, it was a lot of hassle. Had to redo cable management. I'm gonna finish up here. We're gonna see the final product, and I guess I'll give it a go and maybe grab a game of Call of Duty, see how that renders into Twitch here, which would basically let me run Call of Duty max settings without putting extra load on the GPU. This will be streaming it, so multitasking with 2 CPUs and 2 GPUs. This one's uploading to Twitch. This one's just gonna be gaming. Let's finish up here. After a lot of troubleshooting, I managed to get the monitors to be seen through OBS and their streaming platform here. One thing that I noticed is that this capture card, it runs 4K. The only thing is that you can't use Amazon's basic HDMI. It even says it's basic, right? It's in the name. You have to use a 2.1 HDMI, which runs from the GPU straight to the capture card, from the capture card to your monitor. Make sure it's a 2.1 or you're gonna be going through firmware and trying everything else, and I did it for you guys. There you go. I'm gonna clear up this spot here, do some cable management, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright guys, so this is it. The final setup. Well, not the final. I guess I would have to use that computer at the end to really consider it final. But here we are. And the cable management. Alright guys, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that sub. Catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you guys. Leave a comment of what I can do to improve this setup. Appreciate you guys. I got all my fingers in it.